just about to put this candle in the window for you.
Oh, very funny. Now, why don't you light it up again so I can see what I'm eating? If there's anything left. I was with Rod. Where's the baby?
I fed her and she fell asleep in her applesauce.
Oh, that's...
What a mess. She didn't even wake up when I changed her.
Then there's just the two of us, huh?
Yeah, that's all I counted on. Why?
Oh, I just thought maybe we should, invite Betty over.
You're acting kind of funny.
Funny ha-ha or funny strange?
Funny strange.
I've been with Rod, that's all.
What is it?
He wants the doubts removed from his mind.
What doubts?
Doubts about Betty and about Stephen.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about he's building something up in his mind.
About Betty?
Yeah. Because that's all he has to think about. And because he figures he's washed up as a man. Let me ask you a question. What do you think of Betty?
You know I like her. More now than ever before. Look, Norm. Why don't you just ask me the big question?
All right, I'll ask you the big question. Do you think Betty and Stephen can ever get involved again?
She just got out of a mess with him and divorced him. Why would she want to get involved again?
Because people do some strange things sometimes. And maybe she feels that she hasn't got anybody else to turn to. I mean, she liked him enough to marry him the first time, didn't she?
Betty loves Rod. I know that.
Yeah.
But what?
She's been around. Maybe Rod wasn't the first guy in her life.
You weren't the first guy in my life, either. In a lot of ways, I was a lot worse. Worse than most women, I guess.
No, Rita.
Yes, I know what I did.
Would you stop it?
I'm just saying this because I know myself. I know that I love you. I could never look at another man. What happened to me just made me stronger. It's not hard to be faithful.
But I know you, and I believe in you. Just wish I could say the same for Betty.
You can. Get rid of those seeds of doubt that Stephen planted. Betty's honest and good.
Like you.
Yeah.
Rita, there's nobody like you.
Betty is not going to look at Stephen or anyone else. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe? The salad looks good.
Why don't you sit in the middle, Dr. Rossi?
Sorry. Yeah, sure, good.
Here, I'll move over here.
This will be perfect.
Thank you. Oh, isn't this nice?
A weed between two roses.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.
It's thorn. What? It's a thorn between two roses.
A thorn between two roses? Well, maybe I'm not sharp enough to be a thorn tonight. Huh? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise a white flag of truce.
I accept that. Daddy! I thought you were supposed to be in Boston.
Yeah, honey. I was just on my way back.
Well, what are you doing here?
Well, I had some business in White River. Marsha?
Yeah.
Doctor?
Amy?
Why didn't you call?
Well, it was getting very late, and I was quite hungry, and this is the best place to eat on the highway, so I decided to stop here and have some dinner on the way home.
Well, I have been known to have dinner every so often. But, Carolyn, don't you remember? You're going to see your father on Sunday.
That's right, darling, and we'll make a great day of it.
Can't you even stay for coffee?
Well, it's getting quite late, and it's a long drive.
Oh, there you are. People were beginning to mistake me for the coat rack.
I was just on my way out.
Aren't you going to introduce us, Daddy? Oh, you're Carolyn. Yes, that's right. Oh, Freddie, she's not a little girl anymore. The way your father talks, I half expected you'd still be wearing braces and pigtails.
Donna Franklin, this is Carolyn's mother, Marsha,
Miss Franklin?
and Dr. Michael Rossi.
Hello.
And it's getting quite late, and I still have to get Miss Franklin home.
Where do you live? Just this side of Peyton Place. Do you work for my father? We're just friends. How long have you known him? For a while. Nice meeting you, Mrs. Russell, Dr. Rossi. I really must try and convince your father that you're a young woman. A very charming young woman.
Sunday, bright and early. Good night.
Good night.
Well, Carolyn, come on back and sit down.
Here we go. They make the most wonderful cannelloni in the world right here.
Did you know about her? You didn't look surprised when she showed up.
Well, Carolyn, your father and I are divorced. He has as much right to see other people as I have.
She's an awful lot younger than he is.
Oh, what am I going to have?
How old do you think she is?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Could you say, Dr. Rossi?
Is it important?
I guess it's only important to my father.
Man, there is nothing like the smell of new tires and new leather. Well, looks like she'll soon be mine.
I thought the sign said closed, Joe.
Well, I don't read too good.
No, you don't do anything too good, do you?
Look, I gotta talk to you, Norman, about something.
Haven't you bothered me enough today?
I gotta ask you something about Kelly.
You're bugging me.
I gotta ask your permission to see her.
Why the interest all of a sudden?
I just told you I want to see her.
Look, Kelly's been bounced around like a beanbag. She's just getting used to us. She doesn't need to see any more strangers.
Look, I'm not a stranger. Do you realize I picked up that little thing and held her? So who's the stranger? You act like I've never seen her before or held her before.
You held her?
Yeah.
Wasn't that carrying fatherhood to the extremes? You mean you actually picked her up and held her?
Right.
Do you think she'd recognize you?
Sure she will.
She'd know who you are.
Look, baby's got instincts.
Oh, she'd look at you and say, there's Daddy.
Well, maybe not right off the bat. I mean, after all, she's only about a inch high.
You're just another face to her. Passing parade of faces. Look, she sees me so much, maybe she thinks I'm her daddy.
Look, come off it, Norman. I just want to see her.
A little while ago, you could have cared less.
You want to know the story? I mean, you want to know what's going on inside me, Norman? Well, let me tell you. I don't like to be pushed around. I don't like to be told I gotta like that girl over there or I gotta buy toys for that kid over there. I don't like to be told who I gotta love and what my responsibilities are. You know what I mean? I like to do things in my own time and my own way. I mean, I got my brother on my back, a social worker, at least one cop, and you and Rita. Now, that's a lot of people to carry on an average-sized back, isn't it?
When do you want to see her?
Thanks, Norman.
Look, I gotta get home. So you give me a ring, and you name the time. All right?
All right.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Any relationship my father is having with anyone, illicit or otherwise, is something that you forced him into.
You think there's something going on between Stephen and me, don't you? I know you don't trust Stephen, but suddenly I realized just a few moments ago that you don't trust me.
Susan, you'd perjure yourself.
Who are they going to believe? The wife of a minister or the mother of an illegitimate child whom the court has just taken away?